Hey folks, Papa Boris here, playing some more Unfair Difficulty Into the Breach. After the last run, which was, spoiler alert, a humiliating disaster, I was really not sure whether I should try with the Riftwalkers again with Camila, who is skilled, so she has +2 HP and +1 move, and then the Technician makes her heal every round, or if I should just give up and try a different pilot, because the Riftwalkers are very flexible. You know, this is an all-around squad. You could theoretically do them with any pilot, so I don't have to cash them out. But I thought, man, I just don't want to give up a skilled Camila. Let's try this one more time. If I had gone for the early +2 damage upgrade on this mech, instead of getting distracted by a spiffy weapon in the shop at the end of the first island, I believe I could have survived the second island. So let's try again, and then if this fails, I will give her up. And we're going to do one of the other squads that, you know, requires a specific pilot. So here we go. We have HP Scion, a couple of 3 HP enemies, but the spider's only 1 HP, the boss only has 5 HP, and the boss does that thing where it smokes and webs. So Camilla's immune to that, so this is actually a really good-looking island. Granted, the high HP enemies are not ideal, but it's pretty good-looking. This is spiders, which I don't want to deal with, blast, which I definitely don't want to deal with, and armor, which I don't want to deal with. Uh-oh, we're gonna have to do something unpleasant, but I mean, that means that we're going to this island first. It's one of those islands where you gotta do this at some point. And then there's 2 hard missions? What the hell kind of level 1 island is this crap? Well, alright, we got a very generic mission. This is a good map. The spawns are somewhat far-ish away from the buildings. It's not perfect because there's no barriers between the monsters and the buildings, but on the other hand, there are these mines that the enemies might land on. I'm trying to decide whether to bait this spider or this spider. I don't have that many choices of where to put things. Fine, we're going to put you... Well, okay, if I don't bait this spider, it goes here or here. This could be kind of an awkward spot to deal with, although my brute could then shoot it into... Fine, here, we'll try this. I'll bait the little spider. We'll put a brute here so it cannot be webbed, and if this spider does jump here, I can shoot it into a landmine, and if it jumps here, well, then my life sucks. And then my artillery has to go here in order to not be webbed. That's not ideal. It's actually going to be a little tricky for this artillery to get into a row and shoot at stuff. So, I don't know, I might be in a little bit of trouble. Okay, that moth wastes its attack. This spider goes where I was hoping. Tremendous. That spider gets baited by Camila. Also great. And the moth, that moth is doing good work, and that moth is also doing good work. Okie dokie. So there's 1, 2, 3 things. I just need a way to deal with them. This is really heartbreaking because this mech, if it could shoot this square, it would actually fix both of these moths. But there's no way to shoot at that square. Unless I move this out of the way, which there's just no way I could possibly do that. I mean, actually, I could have if this wasn't a... Well, no, yeah, if this wasn't a landmine... Oh, man. If this wasn't a landmine, I could actually push this moth into this landmine with my punch mech. But alas, that is not to be. So, okay, this is mission critical, so I have to find a way to deal with it. And that's difficult because I can't... Oh, my God. I can't get the spider out of the way. Okay, this is a hell of a start here. I can't get the spider out of the way. If I shoot at this spot to push the spider, then my artillery mech just dies. And if I go here, it dies. These mines are actually hurting me more than they're helping me at the moment. Okay, I could punch this spider and kill it, of course. But then... My God. Yeah, this artillery. If I had put it... You know what I should have done? I should have put Camila here and put the artillery here so the artillery could have just moved around and shot at whatever it wanted. This was a skill issue. I went for this spider bait, and it worked. It worked great, but I really underestimated how this positioning of my artillery mech would just completely screw me over. Yep. I mean... Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to let that thing die. But then, oh, right, then there's the problem that, you know what? Nope, not doing it. We're just gonna restart that one. There's just no reason to work that hard. Let's just start over and pretend that never happened. Okay, we got a Blast Scion here this time. Regen with the Scion, boss. Lots of 3 HP enemies is a problem, though, and the Scion boss does a bunch of annoying stuff, so with a squad without upgraded damage, that could be a good second island. We have spiders, and we have HP. Okay, we're going for the HP. 2 HP enemies, and The Blobber boss. The Blobber boss is actually a bad boss, but I think that was better. And then we're going to go for that Scion Island second. Okay, so we're looking at this mission first because we want to get full HP. Mites off the max is not exactly generic, but it is a decent map. The mission critical building's far away. There's a mountain here. There's some water that could help. What are you? Destroy acid vats? This is not as good because the buildings are closer to the spawn, but some of the spawns are farther away, and the vats could be used to block spawns. You know what? I think it comes down to what I open up. This one opens up both of the next missions. This one only opens up that. Okay, so we're going to go here then. All right, so we have an Alpha Firefly, which can only shoot down this lane and waste its attack. The problem is if I put everybody here, then my melee, or then like my punch and shooty mechs could get like blocked off from doing anything. All right, we'll hedge our bets. We'll put the brute mech out here then, and then the artillery mech can just sort of hang out and lob shots wherever. Okay, that's a waste. That's also a waste. Okay, that's fortunate. That is also a waste. And that's not a waste because if I move out of the way, it blows something up, and that's not a waste. Okay, oh, we have the stuff coming out of the water, which I didn't know. I don't know how we would ever know if that's going to happen or not. There is a move. I can push the Firefly here. It attacks in the correct order and kills the mosquito for me. This spot's actually fine. I don't mind having my might be knocked off. Okay, we'll do this then. So at this point, what am I really even concerned about? I guess I'll do this. It's a little risky cashing out my HP this early, but I'm willing to do it because I just want to get this might off. And unfortunately, this damage is wasted because that was already lethal anyways. But okay, that seems like a pretty decent first turn. So we protected everything. There's a new spawn, but it may be something that doesn't have any good way to target stuff. Granted, the crab, the firefly, and the mosquito could all get to this building. This map doesn't really have any, like, land enemies. Oh, what? Scion! That's something that doesn't do anything. Hey! Okay, the firefly wasted its attack, which is really good, because otherwise I might have had a difficult time dealing with it. Oh, right. Oh, good. Okay, so we have that out here. The Scion's a problem because my artillery now can't kill this mosquito. And Camila's not in reach to deal with the mosquito. Okay, we'll do this. Let me punch the crab. Go here, and I'm gonna... Well, actually, hold on. So I was thinking of blocking a spawn, but okay, maybe I would rather, like, shoot this thing just to have it do some damage. Like if I was planning to do this and have you hit your buddy for 2, but this way I could actually kill the alpha. Yeah, I'm more concerned about an alpha mosquito than I am about a random enemy. And also, the other thing is that with this mosquito taking a push damage, it means that if I can kill the Scion at some point, which may be easier said than done because my punch mech's sort of far away from it, but if I can kill this Scion at some point, then this mosquito automatically dies. Okay, it chose to waste its attack anyway, and the Firefly is wasting its attack. I was hoping the Scion would float close to Camila, but this is a rare case where the Scion was not 5,000 IQ because it actually blocked this Firefly from targeting a building. Okay. So we have opportunity for punch damage here. It's a little weird. I can't shoot this square with artillery because if I do, that will protect the crab, but it will move the... Oh, no, it'll move the Firefly into the smoke. Interesting. Do I want to push this Firefly? That would mean Camila can go like 1, 2, 3, but she can't punch this thing from the acid because she doesn't fly. I think I'm just gonna punch and kill this crab. Sometimes you don't need to overdo anything. We'll just shoot and kill that thing, and then my artillery can sort of do whatever. I could even, like, shoot my mech just to get the might off. What are these fireflies gonna do? This firefly, I mean, if the Scion moves out of the way, both fireflies could have access to this building, but only one of them can actually shoot at it. So this is the only thing that's going to happen, is one of these two will shoot at this building. This firefly will do something. I think what I'm going to do is actually kill this mosquito. Because I don't actually... Well, hold on. Okay, I was going to say I would shoot at the mosquito. I actually could shoot at the sign and then finish it off next turn, which will also kill the mosquito. So basically what I'm saying is I'm committing to this artillery having to kill the scion and this mech having to repair itself. And I think actually I can commit to that. Oh, wait, no. Well, no, yes, I can, because there's one Firefly to deal with, and my artillery... No, my artillery's shooting the Scion! Oh, I messed up! I shouldn't have done that! Oh, God. Okay, luckily this Firefly wasted its attack. It could have just shot at this building, but it didn't. So now I just have to deal with this. Oh, wait, no, that's a problem. Oh, boy. Well, so if I shoot this with the artillery, and I use you to push this Alpha Firefly into the water, which would be a juicy-ass move... Unfortunately, I can't get this might off. Although, there is this move, I guess. I could shoot you to push the Firefly. Okay, yeah, let's do it that way, I guess. This ends up being sort of weird, because I just go here and I punch this mosquito, but it does solve all my problems. Shoot the building! Okay, it does solve all my problems. And it completes the mission. So, yeah, we'll just do it. XP isn't actually not too bad. It got a lot more. It got more XP on the artillery because of that Firefly kill, which is a little bit unusual. I could switch the pilots because the brute mech is more likely to get XP in general, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to mess around with that. All right, so I'm at full HP, so I'm looking at this mission. I don't want to waste grid defense. Yeah, this looks pretty good. The map is decent. The spawns are decently far away. There's a bunch of acid pools. This seems like a lot. I don't know if it is or not. So in addition to my little helper bot, I have these acid pools the enemies might wander into. So yeah, we'll go for it. Let's see, I'll bait the mosquitoes with Camila, and then we'll bait the Firefly to shoot down this empty lane. And call it a day. I don't know if it's more likely to shoot down a lane with two of your mechs, or if you want to spread them out to give it an extra lane. I don't know why I've never thought about that, actually. Yeah, the Firefly is taking the bait. This mosquito is not, unfortunately. Neither is that. Oh, no, that one could have shot at a building, but instead it's doing this. Okay. So, let's see here. The only problem is this. Yeah, this is where, by the way, it would be really good to have the building immune thing, because then I could actually shoot this building, push the mosquito off, and push the sign into the path of the Firefly. But alas, that's not going to happen. So, I could push this mosquito into the acid and have it do 1 damage to the Scion. And then the only thing left is this mosquito, which, I mean, I could just deal with that one. Yeah, that's fine. I'm trying to decide if I need to avoid getting acidified with Camila. I don't think I do. I think this is fine. We'll acidify. Well, here, let me try to get into position a bit. We'll acidify. Wait a minute. Hold on. I could actually acidify the Scion, and then the brute could shoot and kill it. Then the artillery is just babysitting this mosquito, but it's at least babysitting it into the acid. All right, we'll try this. Wait a minute. I don't need to acidify the Scion if I kill it with bush damage. Okay, fine. I don't know if I'm being a little greedy with this line, because this way I did not damage the Alpha Mosquito or the Alpha Firefly, which are some dangerous enemies. But I don't think my units are that out of position. I guess the artillery can go down or right. Okay, this thing is gonna shoot at either this bot or at this building. I got lucky this mosquito wasted its attack. It could have targeted the building, which would have been harder to deal with. So we have the Firefly, the mosquito, and this other Firefly. So can everybody deal with something? Well, the artillery can push the Alpha Firefly into the acid and have it shoot down an empty lane. You can finish off that mosquito, and you can deal with the Firefly. So this mosquito not targeting a building basically saved me a grid damage. Is there something better than that? I don't know. This one's hard to deal with because of these mountains. Pretty much only my artillery could deal with it, unless I'm body blocking it. Okay, so getting everything on acid is great. I just need to actually finish these things off at some point. This bot actually... I don't need to punch it into a mountain, so I'm trying to get close to the spawns. This bot, I could just sacrifice it right now in order to block a spawn, and I think that's worth it, because I just need to kill this Firefly or this Mosquito. Yeah, I think it's worth blocking a spawn. And I'm gonna leave this one open because the mountain and Camila body blocking, if it's a firefly, will prevent it from doing anything. That's a bit risky, but I did kill 3 out of 4 enemies already. So, just killing off... I mean, okay, so I say just, but I mean, it might be difficult. I have to hit this thing twice at its 5 HP. Camila can one-shot this thing, but it's far away. I don't know, that might have been a mistake. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, I got a little bit lucky here. Because this firefly went into position where it could be punched, and because this crab didn't target anything, I actually kind of have it on easy street a little bit. Let me think about this. I could block a spawn, but I am a little bit concerned about this mosquito. So I'm gonna let the spawn go and just kill the mosquito. So basically I'm taking a bit of a gamble here. There's 3 spawns coming. But this finishes the mission, gets rid of the very flexible mosquito, and I'm just hoping that these new enemies don't have any good targets. Okay, the crab chose to waste its attack, which is incredible. This one also did. It could have shot at a building. This one's also wasting, and then that's the only... That one also is wasting its attack. Okay, so literally nobody did anything, so now we're just trying to farm XP. So I want it for my brute mech, I suppose. And there could be some really clever way of doing this, but this is like the easy method. We just go blap with push damage, and yep, that's it. There's no way to kill anything else. Oh, wait a minute. No, you can... Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna do this. There's no reason not to. Because... Oh, wait. Oh, Camila had to get in here and get into position. I was thinking then she could have punched this thing, but if she punches this, then you're not killing the crab. Ha. Okay, so this is a bit more complicated than I gave it credit for. But there is still... No, because Camila can kill it, but she's already at full XP. So she could punch this firefly, and my artillery could then finish off the firefly. Or she can get into position so that this thing can finish off the crab. Actually, if the artillery shoots this crab... Oh, no, it goes into the smoke. Okay, well now all of a sudden I'm spending a bunch of time trying to figure out how to optimize some crap, which I don't even want to be doing. All right, let's do this. Let's clear out this crab. This is always really dangerous. Oh, right, because, well, now we get nothing. I thought this thing could move here and shoot the firefly to death, but it can't. So we get nothing. Instead of getting 2 XP on this brute, we have 2 shared XP, one of which may go to Camila and be wasted. So that was good. Good job, Boris. Good job spending extra time and accomplishing nothing. Yep, 1 XP on the artillery instead of 2 XP on the brute is what happened there because of that massive change. Good job, Boris. Anyway, this is a better start than the last one, so I'll take it. Okay, now I'm again looking at this mission because I took no grid damage. Defend the train! I got an interesting comment on my hard series from years ago. Someone pointed out they don't mind defend the train on this island because there aren't choke points. And yeah, I guess there isn't a choke point there. There's just a bunch of empty space. Alrighty, we're doing it. Okay, so here, you want to try not to encourage the enemies to get in front of the train because that's extra hard to deal with. This mosquito has 4 movement. It actually can't do anything. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it can't reach any buildings. It cannot reach the train. So you don't necessarily want to put anybody like on these 3 spaces because then it gives the mosquito a target. As it is, it might fly around randomly and not target anything, or it might like stay further back. But is the disease worse than the cure here? It might be. It very well might be. But I'm gonna still try it. I'm just hoping if something does come up here, I can just punch it out of the way. Oh, shoot! No! That's bad. So now if something does come up here, I can't punch it because then it goes under the time pod. Oh, my God. Okay, luckily the crab chose to stay in place. Got a bit of body blocking. Oh, no, that's horrible. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. That is something awful. Okay. This crab is weirdly difficult to deal with because I can, of course, target this mosquito with the artillery and push it into the acid, but then how are we dealing with this firefly? Because it doesn't fire die, does it? Well, hold on, does it? Okay, if I punch it, and then I shoot this, it's a push damage plus 1 more HP. Okay, this thing has 5. A punch plus a push does 3, and then another push does 4. So no, it lives. It absolutely lives. So we have a little puzzle here. Okay, there is an answer. If I shoot it like this to kill the Scion. Hang on. First, I need to actually do... Well, here, let me get into position. First, so if I do this to protect that building, and then I do this, that clears the way. And an important rule thing here, the Firefly shoots over this time pod, so it does not destroy the time pod. Now, we still have 4 enemies here, and the train is in the thick of things, so it's a little scary. But my mechs are in decent position, and the Alpha Firefly was damaged, so a punch mech will kill it. Okay, this mosquito is being very obnoxious. That's threatening 2 grid damage. This thing is, well, it's not threatening anything if I let the mosquito blow up the building. How about that? Okay, so now what do we have? Well, again, there's a few obvious moves. We can shoot this with artillery and push the Alpha into the acid. And then we could punch this thing to death. Okay, the problem then is that we're just letting this building go. The only way to stop this is to use the artillery to babysit it. Okay, then Camila could go over here to this spawn, punch the crab. Nope, doesn't work because I can't stop both Fireflies with just one mech. If I could have gotten this Firefly behind the other one, but that's not gonna happen. Okay, so I could body block this one, and I could punch this Firefly to death. I don't have to punch it into the acid. I could just punch it to death. Yeah, I mean, there's 4 critical things, and I have only 3 characters. So there's just, there's a limit to how much I could possibly do. So I think the most that I could do is I could take only 1 grid damage instead of 2 grid damage. So I have to compare, like, what is the quality difference in my moves to basically like cash out an extra grid damage. What could I accomplish? Say I let these 2 just go completely. Then what could I accomplish? Well, I could shoot this Firefly with the artillery, push this one into the water, punch this Firefly, killing it, and then I could use my brute to punch this crab onto a spawn, blocking it. And then I take 2 grid damage, I block a spawn, I have a 3 HP mosquito, a 1 HP crab, and 1 new enemy. Okay, if I take a move where I save this building from the mosquito and I let it get hit by the crab, I would use the artillery to babysit the mosquito here. And then I would body block this Firefly and punch and kill this one. So then I would have 2 extra enemies because I'd be blocking no spawns. And I would have 2 extra enemies, I think, because I'd be blocking no spawns that way. I think I'll take a grid damage in exchange for not having that problem. Wait, hold on, that's not what I'm doing, is it? I'm shooting the Firefly, and then I'm punching this one. Yeah. Oh, God, Jesus Christ, nope, there. No, not there, there, okay. Oh, no, because then, hold it, this is actually a little tricky, because if I position myself here, and I shoot this, okay, if I go there, Camila takes the damage. There might have been a way to move this, but okay, whatever, we're just gonna do it this way. So we do that. Oh, wait, then the push damage kills the crab from okay, we're gonna have to try to find the weird way of doing it. Okay. It's, oh my God, this is an impossible deadlock. Because this brute can't go here until she moves, but she can't move until one of these spaces clears out. But you can't move. Oh my God. This is actually unbelievable. I cannot believe what I am seeing happening here. Yeah, there's no way to actually shoot this crab, shoot this Firefly, and punch this Firefly. There just isn't a way. That's insane. How is that possible? Oh my God. You know what's funny is if I go here and punch this Firefly to death and I shoot this base with artillery, it does move the crab and moves this Firefly, but then this crab's still shooting a building and then this root can't deal with the mosquito. So it's just worse than what I was doing. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna punch the Firefly to death. Then we're going to go, well, at this point, If I shoot this space, the crab... Okay, so if I go here, move here, shoot the crab onto a spawn, then I have to babysit this firefly? Like that? I mean, yeah, I think that's worth it. I am taking a damage on the brute, but that's okay. It's not an alpha crab, so that's fine. Yikes, what a disaster. Okay, so I took an extra grid damage in order to block an extra spawn. That may not even have been correct. I don't know. Did the extra spawn really matter? Maybe. It is a pretty sensitive mission. Okay, so we have just a firefly, a mosquito, and a crab. 1 to 1. Alright, the mosquito wasted its attack. Firefly wasted its attack. And the crab did not. But we get some easy experience here, which is nice. Bip. And then I could even... Let me just make sure there's no weirdness going on here. No, this is all fine. We can get an extra bit on the artillery as well. Okay. So, it's an okay mission. Now, I can take one of those missions that gives me back HP. And a train where you let the train live and got a time pod is a good mission in my book. Now for this, ooh, I got a weapon. Oh, wow, this is great. That's actually really, really good. Because this is just better than this. This thing sucks. It's a push and it's 1 damage. This is a push and 2 damage and you can do a bend with it. I mean, yeah, that's just, I don't even need to... Well, oh, I see. That costs a power core. This one does not cost a power core. Okay, so it's not strictly better. I could power this up. What I'm going to actually do, I'm going to take a little bit of a risk. I'm going to power up this building's immune. I just really want this. And yes, I might regret not having the move, but I'm just going to do it. Okay, so the awkward thing is that this is a hard mission and it's wasting power grid. This is also a hard mission. Let's take a look at the map. Okay, so this one has the destroy the acid controller. And then the other stuff is generic. So everything's on acid. And the map's okay. There's these mountains protecting. You know what? I'm going to go for it. We're going to be frisky. So my thinking here is that if I body block... and kind of keep this in a general position. If I just sort of body block, these enemies are going to have a really hard time getting targets. And everything's on acid. So I can just, you know, hopefully kill stuff. You know what, though? I messed up. I shouldn't have put the building immune thing, because it's not really that great at the moment. And something like that ricocheting shot might have been better. Okay, so this is... Well, okay, I can punch this thing to death. That is not wasted. This, I can just dodge. This is a mission critical. Oh, geez. Okay. And then we have a grid damage. Okay, well, we might just take a grid damage, which means I'm not actually, you know, like healing necessarily as I might have liked. But, let's see. If I shoot this building... pushes the crab and pushes this firefly in front of this other firefly, but the order is wrong, unfortunately. The big one shoots after the little one. But I could... Okay, so let's say I did... No, what am I talking about? I'm shooting this building, so the crab moves. Right, the firefly does not move. I'd have to shoot the crab to make it move, but since it's an alpha crab, it doesn't get killed by my artillery. You're shooting that. Okay, so really, let me just focus. I need to deal with this crab and this crab. I mean, yeah, I could just punch this. Oh, no, this crab as well. This crab also. Ah, yes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't know that there's a way to deal with more than one at once. Push damage isn't quite going to get there. And that's mission critical. This is actually kind of a problem. Yeah, let's let this firefly go. So if I just do this and I punch and kill this firefly, can I just deal with the crab? Well, sure. I can babysit it with my artillery. All right. So we do this. And okay, I guess I am using that thing. And then you can go in here and finish off that crab. Just make sure I didn't do anything weird. We are only allowed to take 2 grid damage, so if I take 2 more, I am going to fail the mission here. There are 4 enemies, and I only have 3 characters, but this firefly has a tough time getting targets, and this one basically... Oh, no, this one has a new target, because it went over here. Okay, that one wasted its attack, which is really good. This crab... Okay, and that's a waste. All right, so this one is a waste, though, and I can babysit this thing, although I'd have to shoot... Ah, here we go. This is it. I can babysit it up, and it will actually kill a firefly for me. Okay, so I say I should go here. I babysit this up. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do here is focus on blocking spawns. So we're going to go here because Camila's extra damage is needed to kill that crab. Then you can go here, and you can babysit that firefly and also deal to not irrelevant damage to it. Luckily, this mountain hasn't cracked yet, or else... Actually, it's going to crack now, which is not good for me. But that's okay. We'll deal with that. That's a tomorrow problem. The order is wrong. Unfortunately, this one gets killed before it can do 2 damage to the alpha, but hopefully my artillery can keep on babysitting that alpha. There is one more round of spawns. On this particular round, there's only 2 enemies, and I should be able to easily kill one of them. Now there's going to be a bunch of spawns coming. Oh, you're wasting your attack, which is great. Okay. So how do we deal... Oh, gosh. How do we deal with this alpha? Oh, wait. I can have the alpha kill this controller for me. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, I guess the building immune thing has been helpful. So it kills my controller, which is important. That is the mission, so I need to do that. And then I need to decide if I want to kill that firefly or not. I think the answer is no. I want to block this hypercritical spawn here. Well, oh no, yeah, I only had 3 movement on this mech, so I couldn't get here. And Camila with 4 also can't get there to punch and block a spawn. So, okay, fine. We'll just block spawns. So now what's happening is I have this firefly that hopefully doesn't... it's going to have a target. Okay, so I have 2 fireflies and 2 new enemies. I have to hope something wastes its attack or doesn't get a target. And then I should just be able to hang in there. The mosquito's dangerous and the crab can shoot whatever it wants. Oh dear. That's not a waste. It's mission critical on the back end, but the mosquito wastes its attack! And so does the crab. Okay, hold on. This kills me. Let me think about this. So, oh no, you can just... Well, not exactly. If you shoot this, you are on acid. Oh, wait, you can just walk away from the crab. Okay, if you walk away from the crab and just shoot and kill this firefly, and you go up and you punch this thing, that seems good enough to me. Okay, so we do that. And then a little bit of XP for everybody. I did get lucky there with the enemy targeting. The fact that the crab and the mosquito both wasted their attacks was very fortunate. But that was good. So I am going to net 1 HP from that mission. So I'm not going to be ending the island at full HP, unfortunately. But you know what? It's unfair difficulty island 1, so what are you going to do? We got 1 pilot promoted. It's invulnerable, which is fun, but not that great. So let me get you off of here and put this one on here. So maybe you can get upgraded. And it's time to fight the blobber. Very scary. It shoots the bloblings that explode and does damage. So you want to try to bait it if possible, but there's actually no good spots to bait it with, really. I guess this particular spot, maybe. It's a bit of a tough sell. Having the artillery here makes that a really tempting spot. Crap. Well, fine. We'll clump up, I guess, but... Oh, wait, hold on. I could do this. Then this spot opens up. Okay, we're going to try baiting the blobber. See how that goes for me. Okay, it actually took the bait. The mosquito got acidified. The crab's wasting its attack, and the firefly is, well, I mean, I could shove it into the water. What I really need to do is kill this blobber, though. That's just what's got to happen fast. So the obvious move is I go here, I punch it onto the spawn, and then it blocks the spawn and dies. I mean, we just got to do it. That just, yeah. So since this crab wasted its attack, I can do this just to kill... Wait, no. I need to do this to kill the firefly. That water is very helpful. And then you can just kill the mosquito. That honestly was an outrageously lucky first turn. Just the way that everything was positioned, that I could deal with all the threats, block all the grid damage, and kill the boss. On unfair difficulty, to be able to kill the boss on the first turn and not take any grid damage on Island 1 is something very special. And this thing, the fact that it actually baited and stuck around in a spot where it's not targeting buildings so I could just ignore it is, again, outrageously good fortune. Okay, so what are we doing here? I'm tempted to see if there's a way that I can make it work to have this firefly here, this means that the crab would need to still be in this lane. Okay, so I could like, how much does this do? Okay, so this is a bit of a tricky thing. If I move my artillery here and I push the crab up, okay, what if I move the artillery here, push the crab down, go brute here, shoot the firefly, the crab hits empty space, the firefly hits the crab, the firefly locks the spawn. Okay, yep, we're gonna do that. Maybe there was something else I could have done there. Well, okay, there is. My punch mech can just punch this crab downward, but then I'm not blocking a spawn. I think I'd rather block a spawn. I feel very confident in my ability to deal with a damaged crab and a damaged firefly. Oh my god, that is one of the luckiest unfair difficulty Island 1 boss levels I have ever had. So now we have a damaged crab, a damaged firefly, only one new enemy. It's a scion, which isn't even doing anything. It means if I... Well, no, never mind. I still have to hurt this thing one time and then kill the scion to finish it off. But this isn't doing anything. The crab's wasting its attack. Yeah, it really doesn't get any better than that. Tell you that much. Okay, so if I go here and I shoot, kill that... I mean, this will be down to 2. And there's no more spawns after this, so I could then punch the scion to death, keep on blocking a spawn. This goes down to 1. I think this works. So I do this. Well, okay, this would go down to 3 HP. Hit it once, and it goes to 2. Yeah, so I can't actually damage this, is what I'm finding out. But that's fine. I'll just run away. Yeah, this is okay. I'm totally fine with this. So basically now I can't shoot it because then I will die if I do, but it's like, okay, that's fine. I just won't shoot it then. It was shooting empty space. And then we have a crab and 1 enemy, and I mean, it'd have to be something crazy for me not to be able to deal with a 2 HP crab and a random enemy. With artillery, which is a really, really flexible thing, plus it has the building thing that it can target the buildings. This should be fine. And the crab's wasting its attack to boot. Okay, so I want, let's see, we got Technician, which is also not like that amazing, but it's better than Invulnerable, so I'll put the XP on you. Unless I can put the XP on both of them somehow? I mean, if I shoot the, nah, yeah, whatever. Using the water again, and then Camila, for the principle of it all, will punch that thing to death. Okay! Alright, that was an amazing first island. I would really love to not cock it up in the transition to the second island, and I'm going to try to get Camila's 2 damage. We're going to try to rush that. Just make it happen. And our reward is you. Now this is a mech I would use with the bomber mechs, or a pilot I'd use with the bomber mechs. What is this? Leap and attack a tile, dealing damage and pushing it. The hell? Oh, Jesus. I mean, that is kind of like what I'm talking about. It's something different. It gives my pilot a jump with 2 damage. And this can also do 4 damage. But it's a range limited. You know what? We'll take this for the future. So I'm going to take him. I'm not planning to use him on this squad, but if this is a win, then he can be my pilot for the bomber mechs. So, well, hold on. I guess what I want to do is I want to put him on this mech and keep my technician who self-heals. So this mech can now like block a spawn and then heal up and not die. And then we're just going to look at this, and we're not going to buy it because it was all crap anyways. Get 3 power cores and do it. No, not that. This. So now this is a very hungry, power-hungry squad because we still want this. We want the plus move, obviously, for all the mechs. And it would be nice to power this up. So I'd like to play 3 islands. Now, the problem is that playing 3 islands might be difficult because we have the blast, we have the spiders. So at some point, we're going to have to do something unpleasant. And I've learned to be really afraid of these scarabs. They've been really owning me. Let's take a look at this regen. Okay, this is good. The Scion boss, the worm guys, all 3 people on this squad can do damage, so any of them could babysit the worm guys. There's 3 HP enemies, but I got a character who does a 4 damage punch, and then the regen might not be relevant if I can kill things in one swoop, so we're just going to go in here. Oh boy, that's a tough start. Okay, so there's 2 philosophies here. One is you could take this and maybe take some damage, and it's defend the train, so how can you not? But the missions it opens up sort of suck. This opens up a couple of missions that can heal you and are not super high difficulty. And I can always come back and defend the train later. Let's take a look at what the map is. That's a tough map. The buildings are... I mean, there's some separation between the buildings and the spawns. But I'll take it. My artillery mech can push these bombs around. So I have a little bit of extra flexibility. This is a little tough. So this beetle is going to attack the bomb or this building. This beetle is going to attack one of the bombs or the building. Yeah, I can't predict, like, extensively what's going to happen here. I'll try baiting these worms with this, like, 3 in a row thing. But it's tough. This is a tough start. Also, I positioned incorrectly. I should have had Camila here because the scorpion can now walk up and bait my and web my brute. Luckily, that didn't happen, but it could have happened. Ugh, that's not what I was hoping for. This moth just took the best spot for the worms. Okay, so the scorpion's not doing anything to anybody. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, there is a shot here with the artillery. But this is why you need 4 movement. If I could have shot this space, it would save this and this and this. But the artillery mech can only go up to here, so it doesn't actually move this thing out of the way. So I'd have to then use one of my other mechs. The punch mech could kill this thing, and then I shoot this spot, and the scorpion moves and the beetle moves. The order is backwards. But then I've spent 2 mechs, and I got these 2 worms. This one's threatening 3 grid damage, and this one is threatening 2. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I positioned my artillery incorrectly. If I'd put it here like a normal person, then, it could have just dealt with 3 things at once. It's not exactly 3 things at once. This thing's actually attacking the building, so if I pushed it up, it would still have done a grid damage. Okay, let me explore. If I shoot this with the artillery to push the bomb out of the way, then that's not great either. We are going to take a butt ton of grid damage. That's what's going to happen here, folks. Okay, so I think we'll try this line, I guess, where we shoot this thing. Oh, no, hold on. I have to shoot from here. Yeah, so it has to actually be the brute, because if I punch this thing, the artillery mech can't target this square. So we're going to do this. We walk in here. We do this. And there's some compensating factors for this line. We have a damaged beetle. The moth will blow this up and back into this beetle, and then this beetle will actually kill the moth. And now it's kind of weird, because this does more grid damage than the big one. So weirdly, I think I need to actually just kill the little one. So we take 3 grid damage here. And Camila gets hit for 2, but that's not the end of the world because she is technician, so she heals. This scorpion that's here could be a problem, but the smoke is good. It stops the scorpion from webbing my people or hitting this bomb. This is a problem because that's mission critical. This is also mission critical. The scorpion didn't have a target. Interesting. And you went after the bomb. Okay, this could be okay. So the obvious thing is I shoot this spot, it pushes this beetle into the water, push kills this one into the worm, and also makes it go underground. I mean, yeah, we're gonna just do that. Okay, now we need to deal with this moth. So I think I'm gonna just shoot this moth. I'm stepping forward so that the scorpion can't go up here and web my brute, and we're gonna just block a spawn. Now I can't repair from inside the smoke. Oh no, I can because I'm Camila. Holy! It doesn't matter. It really doesn't make any difference. I was gonna technician heal anyway, but hey, extra value. Okay, so the main issue here is I took 3 grid damage. This is the problem. Now we should be fine, but I did take 3 grid damage. So I need to take a grid defense mission next time and try not to lose this run exactly the way that I lost the last one. Hubbity-dubbity-dubbity-doo. Okay, so Camila can go here and punch Scorpion into the water and block a spawn. And then someone could babysit this and block another spawn. So I'm blocking 2 spawns, killing a Scorpion, babysitting this. Camila can walk in here and punch kill this thing. But the Brute then cannot reach the Scorpion. We block... Well, yeah, okay, so we can kill them both. I'm going to just kill them both. So we can kill them both and block one spawn, or kill only the scorpion and block 2 spawns. I decided to take my chances here because these worms are annoying. So I'm hoping that 3 mechs, 3 enemies, and some distance might help me deal with the situation. Okay, this is going to be like, does the scorpion web my brute, or does it web my Camila? Okay, it webs neither one of the above. If it had webbed the brute who was in smoke, that could have actually been a bit tricky. You're actually wasting your attack, which is incredible. You are not. Okay, I mean, this is good. We win. Hooray! So, what is the order here? If I move the moth here, it'll shoot this guy, but that doesn't really do anything that I care about. Okay, yeah, whatever. I'm just trying to see if there's some like weird line where I can get some XP on, I guess, Silica. It would be nice to have Silica kill this moth, but I don't know how that's ever gonna work because he only does 2 damage. So he can do 2 damage. Okay, so if we do something like this to babysit the scorpion, and then we do something like this. Oh, that kills it. Oh, crap, I forgot. She's too good. She's too strong. Oh, no. Okay. Right, because if I do this, it'll back up. And then also the bomb. Just the bomb issue. Hold on. There's a world here, isn't there? There's got to be a way I can kill this moth. I would need to do a damage to it, and then do a damage and a push. But the problem is... Right, that's the problem. The problem is that Camila's needed to save this scorpion. Am I not thinking big enough? Maybe what I want to do, actually, is punch the scorpion. Aha! I wasn't thinking big enough. Let's go for the 5 HP enemy. Bam! And then we just need to save the bomb by moving the moth. Let's push the moth. Actually, we can just smoke the moth. It's on smoke. Yeah, let's just do that. Eek. I could have also pushed it into the smoke or pushed it in any direction. I did have a reset used already, so I needed to be a little bit careful. So the mission went great. We succeeded at the mission. We got leveled up. But the problem is that we have taken a lot of grid damage. So this is kind of looking like the last time. But this time, Camila does 4 damage with her punches. Holy jeeper bobble leaper! He got skilled. Holy crap. Okay. So we have a skilled Silica, and that means next run is going to be the Bomber Mechs. Now, the question is, what's the most relevant use of a power core? So we got 2 skilled pilots, so these guys kind of have a power core on their move. I think what I'm going to do is take a gamble here. I'm going to leave the artillery on 3, and I'm going to get this weapon. This is now strictly better than this one, I think, because you don't have to have it. Yeah, you don't have to have it bounce. Yeah, we're just going to take this off. And you might say, oh, but this you could get +1 damage for 2 power cores. Yeah, we're not going to ever do that. That's a horrible ratio. So we're just going to take 2 damage with this and just to kind of improve the damage and the reach of the weapon. And then we got to get some HP back. So don't kill the volatile vac. I hate that. I hate that with a passion. Kill 6 or fewer enemies. Okay, so don't kill 1 enemy or don't kill any enemies. Hey! Okay, so it's going to come down to the map. This looks like a good map. There is a gap. There's water to push things into. Everything's jutting up. I mean, it's also decent with the mountains, but things are jutting up into that building. And I don't care about access to this mission. I should actually look at this map, though. Defend the train when you only have 3 grid defense is probably a stupid idea, but it is an amazing map because there's just all this blank space. There's no, like, buildings or anything here. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here first, and then I'm going to defend the train if I can net some HP on this map. This is kind of scary, but I have a bending shot with my brute, so that makes me a lot less afraid. Let's go with the brute on the other side. It can shoot down and over if needed. And then the artillery can just sort of hang out. This is baiting the alpha worm to go here a bit, potentially. It's scary. I mean, there's 4 enemies. Okay, you are wasting your attack. You could have hit a building, but you're wasting your attack instead. You are in there with the mission critical hit. Okay. This is very uncomfortable. I have to basically take 2 shots to deal with both of them, and this moth is a problem. We got stuff flying out of the ground. No! Oh, that's so bad. I hate that. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, the order's wrong. This moth goes after this worm, which is really sad because it would have actually killed it. but because it is after it, it will unfortunately just make me fail the mission. So I think I have to do this really just obnoxiously terrible move of shooting both of these. And then... crap. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to kill the moth with Camila, because there's this regen scion is the problem. So if you don't kill something, it gets HP back. And that's really bad, because these worms will then regenerate. So I could kill this worm, but I think I'd rather kill the moth than kill the worm. Because the worm, I mean, yes, it's annoying, but... yeah, I mean, there's no way around it. The worms are very annoying. It's a real bad problem, this current situation. So the worms regenerate up to full HP. Well, no, this one, the one I shot with this weapon, took an extra damage. I don't know, maybe the moth was... Because the moth, you can babysit. These worms, you can't babysit. I don't know, maybe I was wrong to leave the worms alive. Okay, so here we go. I want to punch kill this worm, but you are just totally blocked up. You're just like in there and you're set to die. Crap. I could have walked out of here. Okay. So I guess, if I like shoot this, it lives with 1 HP. If I come in here and bend shoot it, it backs up into the mission critical building. Shoot. Okay, what if I bend shoot this mosquito, right? Then you can walk out. Okay, hey, thank God for that bend shot, because if not for that, I would have been in some serious ass trouble. Okay, so we bend shoot. The fact that this had technician is critical, because otherwise it would have just died from the push damage. Honestly, this has been very lucky. So we do this, we back the hell out of here, we save that building. It's risky. It might have been better to just like try to, for example, shoot this space. No, I couldn't have reached it and like had these enemies attack each other, because now we have a worm and these two enemies and a regeneration. All right, well, we're just gonna hope for the best. Okay, this is wasting its attack again and backing up into a pit if the scion leaves, which is really good. And the scion left, so this thing just straight up murdered itself. We got, no, what? No, 2? Oh, Jesus, crickety crack Christ, unbelievable. What an injustice. An injustice of unparalleled proportions. Okay, the order is wrong. This thing goes before the hornet, so if I push the hornet into it, it doesn't stop it. So this beetle will damage itself in the hornet, but it will not die. Oh, God. Okay. So we need the hornet, the worm to be dealt with. And then I have like a free actor. So I could kill the regen scion, I guess. I can't. Oh, I could push this out of the way. Hold on. I could use my artillery to shoot this building, push this hornet out of the way, have this beetle back up into a pit. Then I just need you to be babysat. Okay. Fine. This is what we're going to do. We're going to bend shoot this to kill the hornet and push it into the worm to babysit the worm. We're going to get into position with Camila and use this epic 4 damage to one-shot the alpha. And then you, with your like free move and can do a number of different things, you're going to essentially kill the beetle by letting it back up into a pit. Oh my God. Kill 6 or fewer enemies. Okay. I forgot about the mission, everybody. I forgot about the mission. I could have just not done that if I didn't have that kill. But 6 or fewer is fine. In fact, the fact that this was regenerating this whole time means that when I babysit, it doesn't die. Hey. This is okay. This is okay. Because I can bend shoot it. I could have walked up and killed it, but that would fail the mission. So I bend shot. It does not kill this worm because of regeneration. Hey! And then we just run off. It would have been fine, by the way, to shoot this worm because it goes underground. It wouldn't have been finished off by the hornet. Okay, that was wild. So I guess this is one of those maps where you have stuff coming out of the earth instead of spawns. And there's that one where things float up out of the acid in the acid level. I just don't know when you can tell in advance if that's going to be what it's like. Okay, so we made 2 HP on this one. So now the question is, do I take this like a normal person, or do I defend the train? High threat detected. Okay, we're going to do the defend the train. If I fail the run because of it, that's fine. We got a really good silica with skilled. So we're just going to use them next time. Okay, this thing is a problem because it is definitely right now guaranteed to like either go here and attack the train or get in front of the train and attack the train. So I'm just going to go here and we're going to be baiting it, trying to kill it. And then this one, I'm going to put everybody... I can't put everybody in a line because the scorpion... See, these scorpions, if I don't put anybody, like, in this area, this scorpion may just wander around over here and have no targets. But if I lure it to come forward, it may decide to do... Well, it will do that, and then it will have these buildings in reach. But, okay, if it wanders even here, it's still going to have these buildings next time. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Camila, who is immune to... web in the way of this, because I really do want to bait these worms in the correct spots, just so they're not both attacking the train. Okay, so this one is a problem, because it's in the way of the train still. The scorpion didn't do anything. What's this one gonna do? It's, well, predictable, so I have to use 2 mechs to do this. Luckily, the moth's wasting its attack. It's a really good thing. And then, yeah, you are pulled all the way up. Okay. So basically, we have a free shot. And there's 2 main ways I could use it. One is to kill the Scion so that I can actually, like, these worms stop regenerating. The other is I could kill this Scorpion, who's a very dangerous enemy. What's the order? The moth is, unfortunately, it's always the wrong order. The moth is after the worm, so I can't use the moth to get the worm out. Huh. That's a tricky one. Do I put more damage on the worm and kill the Scion, leaving these full HP Scorpions? Or do I let the Scion be, let these worms regenerate from the damage that I'm dealing to them, and be committed to babysitting them the whole time? That doesn't seem good. Okay, I don't know if this is correct, but I am gonna focus on hurting the scorpions and the worms. So Camila will take this down to 2 HP after the regeneration. You are gonna kill the Scion? No, I'm not gonna kill the Scion. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should kill the Scion. Oh, now I'm being indecisive. Okay, I'm gonna try killing the Scion. The problem is that I would like to not be within reach of this Scorpion. But if I back all the way up, I'm wildly out of position, of course. Okay, we'll try it. I want to kill the Scion. So, it could be a mistake. I'm gonna also potentially make another mistake by making sure both of these mechs are out of reach of this Alpha that got pulled up. So, there are 2 worms, 2 scorpions, and a moth. But, yeah, I mean, it's a hard mission, so we're just going to see what the hell happens. Now, these scorpions can target the train, but I can actually kill off the worm, so if I can survive this turn, I may be okay. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is very bad. No, the moth! That was a horrible body blocking. This is actually terrible, because if I could have walked here with Camila, she could have punched this scorpion, and it would have pushed into the worm. Oh, no. Okay, so if I shoot this with artillery, and I push, and I babysit this, then I can punch kill this scorpion, but then my brute still has to attack this. Oh, damn. Yeah, I needed to get in here. That could have dealt with 2 things in one blow. As it is, I just don't have a spare move with which to deal with the scorpion. Yeah, because, I mean, I believe that this is not a building, right? If I shoot this, it just blows up. Oh, can I shoot the train? That actually would have been kind of nifty. It would have moved the scorpion block to spawn, but it wouldn't have pushed this, obviously. God, is there some move I'm missing to deal with this stupid, horrible, no good, very bad moth? Shoot this, punch this. Yeah, God. We're going to take 2 grid damage. We do get it back, but kinda defeats the purpose of doing this level, which was to make some grid defense. And this scorpion, okay, it's fine. I think if the scorpion tries to web one of my people, then I can punch it with Camila to save the person. So then the danger is, what is the moth and this new enemy doing at the time? Another moth. Oh, I still have the worm. I forgot about the worm. Oh, crap. That's bad. Oh, Jesus. Okay, the moth could have attacked the train, but instead it's just not. Okay, this moth could have actually body blocked me, but instead I get to do... Oh, no, I still can't do it. I can't get in there. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, wait. If I shoot this moth, I kill it. This moth's shooting the tail of the train instead of the front, which is huge, because it means that when I push it one square, it's shooting empty space, and then Camila gets to go in here and be the goddamn hero and save the day. Oh, God, Jesus Christ. Okay, so we took 2 grid damage and got 2 grid damage back, which, considering it was a high threat, defend the train, is a big win. And now, well, I could go here and not kill the volatile Vec. Or I could go here. Oh, defend the terraformer. I mean, I gotta do defend the terraformer. I can't not do it. I mean, it's not the best map for it because there's these like weird nooks and crannies here, and of course worms. But we just gotta do it. So we're gonna stack the box here. Kind of just sticking everybody around here to bait the worms. And then there's a bit of RNG with what these enemies decide to do down here. Ooh, a time pod, okay. Well, that does stop the beetle from standing here, or the moth from standing here. That could be good. Oh no, you went all the way up. I was really hoping this would stay around here and I could terraform it. Crap. Ugh. Okay. Oh, geez, you're doing an obnoxious thing too. Can you just get right here? Go here. Oh my God, it actually did it. Thank you. Okay. There is hope. There is hope yet in this life. So, Camila kills this. Terraformer kills these 2. And we just babysit the moth, I think. Babysit this guy, babysit the moth. Now, I do need to get out of the way of the terraformer. So, it's what exactly? Hold on. How do I... So Camila does... Okay, let's just say we're just definitely doing this. That's definitely happening. Bam. And now, who's shooting this? And who is dealing with this moth? I think the artillery is my big problem here. I actually have a hard time getting a good shot. It looks like I have to do something weird like go here and then shoot this space to babysit the moth. And that means that you... Well, you have some options with your bend, but not that many, actually. You could go here and then terraform and then just shoot it straight. Okay, we'll do it that way. So all in all, pretty good start here. Pretty good start. Blap. There's no regen scion yet, so at least that damage was legitimate damage on the worm. I have an artillery, which is pretty flexible at babysitting the worm. It actually came close, which is fine. Camila can attack it from the smoke. This terraformer can kill the moth. Okay. So terraformer kills the moth. Let's just do that now. I mean, I have to terraform someplace anyway, so might as well just do this. Camila can kill this worm. And then you can, well, it's a bit weird. But if Camila kills the worm from here, bend shot will actually move the moth and do 2 damage. Hey, that's good. The main issue is that I can only block 1 spawn, unfortunately. Because this character cannot go here. And if you go here, then even a bend will not let you reach this moth because the terraformer's in the way. That's fine, I think. So we just need to make sure Camila's not blocking the shot. And then you can kind of like... Yeah, since you're not blocking a spawn, I guess you might as well finish off the moth. So, but I want to put the experience on Silica. So that was a pathetic 1 damage, but it gets the job done. God, that weapon from the time pod is insane. I might be really struggling if it wasn't for that. So I had to remember to terraform down and over. This is not quite a waste because it is backing up into a building, and this thing is very annoyingly body blocking my ability to get to this spawn to punch the moth. Okay. If I bend shot this thing down, it'll get killed by the terraformer. Then Camila can block a spawn. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So we gonna... Well, okay, let's think for just a second. If I stay here and do a bend shot, then I can bend it up. But if I bend it up, then Camila's still blocked from getting to this moth. And if I push the moth down, it will blow up the terraformer and back up onto the time pod. Okay. If I shoot this bot with artillery to move the beetle out of the way, it also pushes the moth into the building. You know, I don't mind this. I can take a damage on this terraformer, and then it does block a spawn for me. What's the order? Ah, the order's wrong. If I had punched this moth down here, this beetle would back up into it. But it goes after the moth, so then the moth would blow up the time pod and the terraformer. I mean, I could just do a damage to it with the artillery and punch kill it with Camila. Like, I could just do that. Then I'm not block. Oh, this thing blocks the spawn for me. Right. Okay, let's try this. It's sort of weird. So we do down. We... What? We just, like, punch it and then shoot it with artillery? Sort of odd. But, I mean, hey. Oh, no! No! Because the push damage from that angle, well, from any angle, now the terraformer's dead. Good thing I have my reset, or I failed a mission for no reason. Why is this so weirdly difficult? This stupid thing. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna do what I want when I want. I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna block a spawn, and punch this moth, and terraform. And I guess since you can't block a spawn because you only have 3 movement, you're doing 1 critical damage and blowing up that moth. Okay, whatever. It's fine. So we have 3 spawns. They're kind of out of the way. The terraformer can still go in this direction. They might be over here. Okay, that beetle's dead. That scorpion's dead. This scorpion is almost dead. So fine. We'll just do the obvious. Terraformer gives us a bunch of shared XP. It's not optimal because all the shared XP going to Camila, and she for some reason got more of it, is wasted since she's at full HP, but whatever, let's not nitpick. I got my reset used up. So take the W, Boris. So we ended up taking no grid damage and getting 2 stars. I passed up the opportunity to get 2 grid defense, but that's just 1 star anyway, so it's all kind of the same thing. And we got an extra power core. I think I need to stop screwing around. I need to get the extra movement. So everybody has 4, and because of my 2 skilled pilots, they could get up to 5. This is not a bad map. So this, of course, clumping of the buildings next to the spawns is a problem because it inhibits my movement and gives the enemies easy targets. But on the other hand, there's all these dunes. So moths that stop here, I could shoot them with artillery and then cancel them. So the Scion, remember, it does a bunch of stuff. It makes everything have 1 HP, regeneration, and explode on death. So you really want to kill this as soon as humanly possible. If I put Camila here, I'm close to the Scion. She might get body blocked, but I'm still going to take the risk. I just need to kill it as soon as possible. We'll put the Brute on the other side, and the artillery can hang out back here. I'm not going to try baiting this worm. I'm just not going to worry about it. We're going to take what comes. Okay, so will I be able to get to the Scion with my punch mech? Okay, this is actually great because it sets up a push kill. If the worm body blocks me, that sucks. The worm body blocked me, and it sucks! Oh, God. All right, there is a move. There is a move. I can shoot this space with artillery. It pushes the moth into the worm, causing it to burrow, and it gets this beetle out of the way. I then go here. I punch kill the Scion Abomination, and that leaves my Brute to deal with this thing, which, fine. I take a grid damage from this one moth. I don't know how much better than that we're gonna get. I could shoot the worm. Yeah, no, we're just gonna whatever. We're gonna just do it. So we do this. Now the real question is, do I go in here and punch the Scion first, or do I first shoot this moth? I don't believe I can kill it. Oh no! It creates smoke. This is actually a little bit optimal because this moth then takes an extra damage from being pushed. All right, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, if I do this push, then this moth takes an extra push damage, basically. I could be mistaken about this, but let's try it. So we shoot that, we go here, we kill the Scion Abomination, and I mean, again, this is the second time in a row. I think this is just an insanely lucky start. Okay, I did take a grid damage, but still, you know, there's a dead boss. Oh, right, there's still this worm. All right, that's a little bit of a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. Now, the smoke is actually really helpful. It makes this worm waste its attack. So what is happening here? There's this moth, this worm. This moth is... Oh, this moth is not wasting. And then this beetle. Okay, so the order is wrong as always! If this beetle was first, I could have it take care of the worm for me, but as it is, I can't. Anyway, if I hit this spot, I think that's what I gotta do, because it takes care of the moth and the beetle. And then I can just punch kill this worm. And you can finish off the moth. Okay. I wish you could get onto this spot and block a spawn. We'll try some body blocking action here. So the moth is just dead. The worm is dead. You're getting a little out of position here, but this mech can still move lengthwise. Actually, I don't know what the correct term is. It can move in 2 different directions. So there is now 4 enemies. This beetle, though, can't do anything. And this moth chose to waste its attack, so I think I'm going to be okay. All right, that's a bit of a problem, but okay, I can babysit that easily enough. So the question is, what's the best way to babysit and deal with stuff and so forth? I mean, I can punch kill this beetle, but this beetle's not that threatening. This worm is definitely more threatening, but I can't kill it. I can only do 4 damage. However, I can get on here, block a spawn, and do 4 damage to it. Okay, let's do that. We'll block the forwardmost spawn, do 2 damage to it. I think I'm gonna... This beetle is annoying. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill this beetle. It feels a little weird to kill that one instead of the alpha, but I'm less concerned about the positioning of the alpha. The order is... Oh no, the order is actually good. The order is good. So what I can do is I can do this. This cancels the moth's attack. The moth was earlier, and it would have backed up out of the way of the beetle, but instead, the beetle will now back up onto it because its attack got canceled, and they both get a bit hurt. Okay, this is bad. This is very bad, because now the scorpion has no choice but to web my brute. Oh, Jesus. Well, there's only so many enemies that the game can spawn, and Scorpion's one of them, so it's not like that shocking. This means that Silica's life is not quite threatened. Let's see. From here, can you do something with a bend shot? No, because this moth is body blocking you. Let's try the obvious line. If I just shoot artillery here, it saves that building. It unwebs the brute. The brute could do a shot to kill this, and then Camila has enough movement to come up here and kill the worm. Let's just do it. I didn't actually have to move for this shot. Okay, it was good. So we did take a grid damage here, but we survived. I need to consider either buying grid defense or taking the 4 grid defense reward, depending on what the mission rewards are here. And I also need to consider trying a 2-island run, because while as power hungry as this squad is, I'm not 100% sure I actually have enough to warrant the extra island. Okay, this is stupid, she's stupid, and I'm just gonna take this. Because this is 1 star and it gives me 2 health. Let's just take full health and see what we get. Okay, so science, this is decent, but it's not that different. And then this is, I already have a good brute weapon. Okay, so we're, well, before I rush to anything, let's just see what we're doing. I would like this mech to do 3 damage instead of 1. The smoke line's nifty, but not essential. This dash should actually be kind of cool, but I don't think it's essential. I think I'm fine without it. I'm going to do a 2-island run. We're going to go for it. It's a bit risky, but I think that doing a 3rd island is more risky. I'm at full HP. I get an important thing, which is you do 3 damage. Okay, apparently I don't know how to click. And then, tragically, I am a little bit short of getting an extra power core, because I can sell these 2 things. What are you? Technician? Yeah, okay, that's better. I can sell those 2 things and I have 2 power cores, but that's not enough to get a 3rd core. So what I could do is I could sell this pilot. That means that my artillery mech no longer auto heals, but that would give me a 3rd power core. How valuable is a 3rd power core? You already have extra movement. 3rd power core is like an extra move on Camila. I mean, that is actually pretty valuable. I think it's more valuable than this thing auto healing. Although this thing auto healing specifically means if this mech blocks spawns, it heals up. And that was really relevant one time when it got surrounded. On the other hand, why is my artillery mech blocking so many spawns? I think I would rather have one extra movement than the spawn blocking. The other thing is you could also buy grid defense. This would get me, you know, like up to 10% or something. But if I'm relying on that to win, I might as well just lose. Yeah, I'm going to sell it and get another power core. So now we can give somebody an extra move. I don't know. This one is a range attack. It has a bend. I guess move is less important there. So we'll do that. Okay. 2 island run. Here we go. I don't actually believe I've ever done this. I'd have to check the beginning of this video because it shows you the badges. Like what's the highest difficulty that you've beaten the game with. I don't know if I've ever done a 2 island run with this squad just because it is so power hungry. But here is the perfect time because we have a blast scion here and we have a spider scion here with scarabs. I mean, it's just a nice thing to avoid all of that and get in here. Okay, this is, I mean, you can't really judge these starts till the Cylons show up. But this is a kind of good start, honestly, because this Firefly's behind a mountain. It might not have good targets. This Digger's cut off by water. Depending on where the Cylons go, it might not have good targets. I guess I'll just try baiting the Blobber and seeing what the hickety hell happens. So I'd like to kill the Blobber, I'd like to kill the Digger, and I'd like to deal with the boss. And then, of course, all that is pylons, not Cylons. Pylons. That's what I was not hoping for, because now the Digger actually has a target. But honestly, it's pretty good. I mean, it's 4 on my side, 3 on the enemies. That's about as good as you can hope for. It's fine. Now, this might be difficult to deal with. That's a must kill. This thing got baited. The Digger actually got blocked by its own enemies, which is huge. Not having a Digger to deal with is amazing. Whoa, that could be incredible. Hold it. That could be amazing because I can now shoot this crab and push this charger in the path of the Firefly. So what happens is the Firefly does 4 damage to the Charger. The Charger lives with 1 HP and then charges the enemy, dealing 3 damage to it. Oh, man, that's really good. Okay, so for that to happen, my artillery needs to shoot this space. And then that means I have 2 characters left, and they need to deal with a crab and with a hornet. Okay. Well, it's a little tricky because I mean, I could bend shoot the crab onto the spawn. And then the hornet, what? Exactly. I shoot the Blobber for 3 with the artillery, push the hornet up here, and then this thing blows. Hey, it's pretty good. Now the problem is that how do I shoot the Blobber? Hold it. I can't stand anywhere. That's hilarious. That is really funny. That's funny. Oh God. Wait. What am I actually talking about? Hold it. Okay, let me back up. So if I punch kill the crab with Camila, then I can do the bend shot or the artillery to move this charger here. I don't have to shoot this crab with the artillery. Or wait, no, I am. That's what I'm talking about. I'm shooting this crab with the artillery. Okay, I shoot the crab with the artillery. It goes to 1 HP. Ah, right, but then it lives. So it would be nice to punch it with Camila, and then I could bend shot the charger over or shoot it over with the artillery. So I have a choice. Okay, so let's say Camila punches this, takes the 2 HP damage from this Blobling, which is fine. She's Technician. She'll heal it anyways at the start of the next round. So she punches the crab. I bend shoot the charger in here, and the artillery can shoot the Blobber. Okay, that's fine. So the kind of tricky thing is that when she shoots the Blobber, it moves the Hornet up, and that means that Silica will get damaged because Silica can't bend shoot this thing because Camila has to be here to punch this crab to death. So there's no bend shooting it from up here. Oh, you actually have 4 movement. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bend shoot. Block a spawn. That's the move. Okay. I didn't realize this was a thing. So this bend shot is just absolutely outrageous. Now, unfortunately, the problem with the bend shot, though, the problem with the bend shot is that this thing now dies because it took 2 damage. I think I'm going to deal with that, though. That's fine. Oh, no, this is my problem. Oh, no. Oh, God, this is my problem. Right. This is why I didn't want to bend shoot it and have the artillery be forced to shoot the Blobber. It's because the artillery either stays here and gets killed by the Blobber, or it stays here and catches fire, and then it's on death throw. But the this bend mech can't deal with the Hornet. But Camila can deal with the Hornet. But Camila just needed to kill the crab. And this thing cannot deal with the crab because the crab can't be pushed in any way. Okay. If Camila had walked over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, she can't walk over there. She was prevented from doing that. It would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to walk over here. There was a crab here. Yeah, if I push this over with the artillery, my bender cannot deal with this. It leaves the Hornet at a tragic 1 HP, and this blobber's body blocking it from being able to do a bend shot to push it up that way. Yeah, that's most unfortunate. I mean, I have to shoot... No, I don't have to shoot this base. I could shoot this, but then it would still take 2... You know what? Fine. We're going to go here, and yeah, much as that sucks, we're going to catch fire. So that means that this turn, we are really hoping for some good RNG. Because this mech can only take 1 more turn. So one of the next 2 turns, I need to be able to stop and repair. You know, if I'd taken Rosie the Riveter, I could have healed it. Okay, now, I mean, Fireball, I forgot about the Fireballs. They might help us. Oh, the Blobber still gets to shoot a Blobling. Ugh, that's rough. Oh my god, the Hornet wasted its attack. The Blobling did not waste its attack, but it did body block the Digger. So the Digger's wasting its attack. Okay. So... let's see. Is this the time I want to repair my Hornet? Or my artillery? Well, I'm thinking not necessarily. Because if I shoot here, I move the Blobber and I move the Firefly. But the Firefly will then kill Camila with the 4 damage. No one on my team can body block this Firefly, so pushing it out here is not actually a solution. But actually shooting this is a solution. Because it pushes the Firefly into the water, which does no damage. It doesn't kill it, it's a boss, but it'll cancel the attack and it pushes the Blobling out of the way. Then I can punch kill this Digger and also kill the Blobber. Okay, we're going to risk it. I am going to gamble that I can take out the... well, actually, hold on. I don't want to do that. I am going to gamble that... I can repair next turn. And I could have killed this boss by pushing it into a fireball, but I chose to leave it alive, trying to protect all of my HP. Okay, so what do we have? We have a full HP boss, a Hornet who's still alive, though 1 bend shot will kill it, and 2 new enemies. But with this water and this mountain, these enemies, depending on what they are, may have a tough time getting targets. I also could let this artillery mech die. It doesn't have a pilot, so if the pilot dies, all that means is that I don't get access to it next round. Okay, the Scion is also now threatening to kill my thing. You went into the lava, so your attack will be canceled. You are threatening 2 grid damage. You're threatening 4. Okay, that's a scary one. But honestly, this is not bad. So Camila could take care of this, and you could take care of this Hornet, and then everything's fine, right? I'm gonna try it. So you punch this into the fire. It dies of fire. You block a spawn. You're still alive after the Scion damage. You bend shot this Hornet, exactly finishing it off. And then you're kind of out of position, unfortunately, but let's see. I guess here is maybe a little bit of a better place to stand. Because then you can walk down this way or walk back to this square. And then you repair, which stops the fire and which means that when the Scion does a damage to you, you don't die. So it's a bit risky letting the Scion just stick around doing damage. Now this thing is threatened with death, but there's a big difference. If this dies next round, that's the last round. And there's no pilot here, so it doesn't make a difference. So I can just let it die to the Scion. It doesn't make any difference. So I just have to deal with this boss, a Charger, and a Scarab. Oh, Fireball cluster over here. And the Firefly walks into one of them. Oh my god. Okay, so I just need to deal with the Charger and the Scarab. Okay, I can do... Can I do both? I punch, kill? Yeah, I can do... hold on. In order to shoot this thing, I'd have to stand in the... Oh no, I can stand on that spot. Okay, I think this works. I go here, punch, kill the Scarab. MVP bend shot. There we go. And then you need to repair so you don't die, although it doesn't actually matter. I mean, actually, you could just do this, like that. for the principle of it. Oh, Silica almost leveled up. I could have tried to do something. Whatever, it's fine. I mean, this Silica will be leveled up to full by the start of the next thing. Man, I really, really want to win. I mean, I always want to win. Oh, right, it is leveled up because the Fireball gave shared XP. I really want to win this because I have a fully leveled up Silica with Skilled. This would be the perfect time to go do the Bomber mechs. And the thing is, too, that the reason that this is so valuable is that on the Bomber mechs, the pilot that you put Silica on is a pilot that can never generate experience fully for itself. It can only generate shared experience. So having a leveled up Silica is very huge because otherwise you're playing with a level 1, level 0 Silica the whole time. This is terrible RNG. This is just absolutely horrible. All the pylons are right next to the enemies. I can't get in there to deal with them. This Hornet is very flexible. The bomb's on the wrong side. Well, it's a good thing I have full HP. Like, let's just crawl, scream, and claw my way to a win somehow and hope for the frickin' best. Okay, that wasted its attack. This is not wasting. The boss is threatening 4. That's not wasting. That's threatening the bomb. This actually wasted, which is a miracle. Okay, so the obvious shot here is right here in this spot because it stops the digger. It pushes the Firefly onto a spawn. So let's continue brainstorming from there. I could then go punch. I could then shoot the Hornet out of the way, and then I could punch kill this Charger. Okay, so there's a move that saves all of the grid damage. Now, what I would consider is there a way to like actually kill something by also maybe targeting the pylon? Oh, I can't actually target the pylon because I don't have 5 movement. Okay, you know what? Let's do it. Because if I target the pylon, the reason that's good is it pushes the Charger into the lava. But I didn't put myself in a position where I could actually reach this pylon even with my artillery. Okay, so we do this. Now this is a bit of ordering. So first you have to get in here and shoot this Hornet. And then you get in here. Remember, you can walk through the bomb. And with this critical 4 damage and a push, thank you Hornet for that, we kill the Charger. Okay, if the Hornet hadn't been there, it would have charged off into empty space, but it is dead, and that is good. So there is, we're not out of hot water here. I did very little damage. There are still 2 Hornets, one of which is a boss, the Scarab, which is very dangerous with these grouped up pylons, and then a Firefly and a Charger. At basically full HP. The Firefly took 1 damage, the Charger took none. So I'm not out of the woods yet, but I took no damage, and I can still use my life as a resource. 3 of these pylons can blow up, and I also have some HP I can spare on this bomb, potentially. Okay, the boss is not wasting its attack. The Hornet is wasting its attack. It could have hit 2 pylons, but it's wasting its attack. All right, the Charger and the Firefly are both going after the same thing. I could potentially let it go. So there's a weird thing that happens, which is that the Firefly blows it up, and then the Charger will actually charge into the Firefly, killing it and doing a damage to this Hornet. There's actually a lot of incentive here for me to let that go. This thing, well, okay, I mean, I can just, well, I can deal with it. It's a little tricky. I have to push it forward. I have to get behind it and bend it down. And then I could just, okay, I cannot kill the Hornet because if I stay here, I die. I don't want Camila to die for no reason, so that's a bit unlucky that the Hornet's positioned like this and I can't get around it. Henry could have gone in here and done it. Okay, so what I could do is I can push the Hornet onto the spawn with a bend shot and then it dies blocking a spawn. I can let this thing go. I can push the boss into the claws with artillery, and that leaves Camila to kill this. Ah, that's the problem. She can't get behind it. She can punch it into the pylon to kill it. Okay, so who can actually deal with this? Well, the artillery and the bend can, either one of them can do it. So what is Camila doing here? This is the problem. She can't do anything. She can't stay here and punch the Hornet or the boss because she is in a claw situation. This pylon's actually annoying. I could have walked around it and pushed the Hornet. Anyways, yeah. So do I take 2? Well, okay, so do I take 2 grid damage? Given that she can't do anything, I mean, I might as well just do this. And then we do this, and order matters here. First, you push this Hornet, and then you move the boss into the claw. So it's a little risky. I did take 3 grid damage there, but health is a resource, and that was a lot of death. We killed the Scarab, the boss, the Alpha Hornet, and we have a damaged Firefly. So that is pretty good. It's 3 enemies, 3 characters, and only 1 more round of spawns, and I can still lose 1 more pylon. Alright, the Firefly chose to waste its attack, which is very good. Scarab did not. Okay, so there's some obvious moves here. I can bend the charger into the lava. I can block a spawn, kill this Firefly, and babysit. I mean, let's just do it. So we kill the Firefly, we babysit the Scarab. The charger... Hold on. I can just go here. Block a spawn. Burp. And Camila does not quite have enough movement to do anything useful. So I guess she'll just get close to these spawns for next time. Oh my god, I don't dare. I don't dare, but I feel somewhat optimistic here because I can still lose 1 more pylon. Now, because of that push damage I did, I can't lose 2, but I can lose 1. All right, we just gotta deal with the Scarab, a Blobber, and an Alpha. That's 2 damage. That is 2 damage. And that is nothing. The bomb never took any damage. So yeah, we actually win. That's, whoo! That is a relief. All right, we're gonna have our AI bot push the Firefly into a claw. There's no point in killing the Blobber, by the way, because this is the last round. So the only thing you have to worry about is the Blobbling. We punch kill the Scarab, and we bend shoot. Got that bend shot. I think there was another run in this series where I got carried by the bend shot from an Island 1 time pod, and I definitely got carried by it here. That bend shot, the fact that you're spending a power core to get a damage compared to your regular weapon is crazy, because normally you need 2 power cores to improve your regular weapon's damage by 1, but this made it only 1 power core. So suddenly for 1 power core, I got a better upgrade and the bending ability, which is an insane amount of value. Oh, and a star, because I could sell my original weapon. Holy cribbity crowley! Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. It's over, but if you want to stick around for the stuff at the end and a peek at what the next run is going to be, stay tuned. Oh, also, you know what? Silica leveled up, but I never looked at what Silica got. So we'll get to see what that is. Honestly, it could be garbage. It could be 3 grid defense for all I care. The skilled trait is, you know, enough that it doesn't matter what the other one is, because it's basically 2 traits in 1. That said, it would be nice if it was something useful. I know it wasn't opener or finisher, because he never got boost. Could have been mech reactor. That's the best thing it could possibly be, of course. What is it? What is it? What is it? It's... Oh my god, it's actually mech reactor. This is god tier silica here. Found it from a mission reward for succeeding at all the missions on an island. Got skilled for the first level up, mech reactor for the second, and now we're definitely doing bomber mechs. So the main thing is I just need to make sure I don't have silica accidentally die, because that would be one of the great tragedies of my life if this happened. Short of someone in my family dying or my wife leaving me, like losing silica here to one of my stupid mistakes would just be horrible. But yeah, like honestly, if I realized like I didn't have a reset and I realized silica was about to die, I would probably just abandon the run there, because it's just so like I do like the abandoned timeline instead of clicking end turn, because I just need silica to live. So the bombling mech creates these little bombs, and silica has this ability, which is that if you do not move, then it can act twice. It does require 2 power cores. This is a tough squad to do a 2 island run with. I've literally never done a 2 island run with them on any difficulty, apparently. So it'll be a 3 island run almost certainly. I don't know if it ever makes sense to do 4 island other than just for the challenge and the high score. So yeah, it's going to be a 3 island run, and we're going to need to get a lot of power cores to get the 2 on this pilot, and then of course beef this up to be shooting 4 bombs a turn. Okay, that'll be next time. See you soon.